So I think when people think about the Muppets and Christmas, everyone, at least in our generation, thinks of a Muppet Christmas Carol, the inferior Muppet Christmas movie.
Cheers.
There was a better one that comparatively few people know about. It's called A Muppet Family Christmas.
Around the holly, we're heading home so we can start to celebrate.
A Muppet Family Christmas was a 1987 TV Christmas special that aired on ABC, and it's my absolute favorite Muppets production.
Guys, this is the best idea we've had in years. Christmas at my mother's farm.
Fozzie brings all of the Muppets to his mom's farmhouse in the country to surprise her on Christmas. Unfortunately, Fozzie's mom was planning on spending Christmas in Malibu, and she had rented her house to this man, Doc, and his dog, Sprocket.
Remember me? I rented this place to have a nice, quiet Christmas.
Peace on earth! Give me presents!
But as the show rolls on, Doc becomes really into the Muppet family get-together.
I knew you'd learn to love us.
I didn't say that.
This is also one of the very, very few Muppet productions where all four of the Muppet groups are in the same place.
I'd like to welcome you all here. You are all here, aren't you?
So you've got the Muppets, Sesame Street, the Fraggles, and Muppet Babies.
Oh, look, there's Ralph when he was a wee puppy.
Not so wee. I was paper trained.
I don't remember the first time I saw A Muppet Family Christmas, but I know that growing up, my dad had taped it. It was this Kodak blank VHS with a yellow label, and he had the date, so I know it was from 1989.
Hello, I'm Michael Eisner. Tonight we have a very special guest joining us to celebrate the Christmas season.
Hi there, Michael.
Kermit, it's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Well, listen, it's a pleasure to be here, too.
So that's the version that I grew up watching every year with all of the 80s commercials in it, with all of the static, with all of the haze and all of the junk associated with that. Years later, I found out that it was available on DVD, and I was like, yes, finally, a clean copy of this thing. I can get to see it as it was meant to be seen. But you pop it in, and it's like 10 minutes shorter than the one that I remembered. The show first aired in 1987, the year I was born, and that was like the complete long version. Every version since then has gotten a little bit shorter, and a little bit has been cut off it.
Ah, Christmas. Time for Santa Claus and his 8 prancing reindeer.
That's reindeer.
No? That's snow, darling! Ah!
But the most heartbreaking cut is that my favorite part of the whole show is missing from the DVD. And it's this really simple 2-shot of Kermit and Piggy at the very end. And they just very plainly sing, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas."
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be.
You completely forget that what you're watching on TV is a puppet show. It's just these two characters who are obviously in love, singing a really sweet Christmas song to each other. And I think that is a lot of the magic of Kermit and Jim Henson. And it's lost on the DVD version of this show.
Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
So I took it upon myself a couple years ago, because I'm a crazy person, to cut together the DVD version that looked and sounded great and reinserted all the parts from my VHS that I knew were missing from the DVD. So now every year when I watch the show, I have my own little version of it.
Ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing.
The only other Muppet thing I can think of that makes me feel as connected to them is Jim Henson's memorial service.
It's not that easy being green.
His characters were more than characters on TV or in movies. They were a part of him, and they were a community. And I think A Muppet Family Christmas is about community, and it's about being together. That's also what the Muppets were about. And that's why I think if you never see any other Muppet property, A Muppet Family Christmas is an extremely good indication of what the Muppets are about and what makes me love them.
We all like
Well, they certainly seem to be having a good time out there, Sprocket. Yeah, I like it when they have a good time. But I tell you what, somebody's got to do something about these dishes, Sprocket. Come on. I'll wash and you dry, okay?